Bienvenidos.
Welcome to the next installment of Tech Talk. My name's Tanner.
My name is Javier.
And this episode we're talking all about artificial intelligence. You
Everyone's favorite thing.
You love it, you hate it, you know.
We're all secretly afraid of it. You know, it's just...
And excited for it at the same time. This is... Specifically... See, I can't pronounce that word. I just say specifically. Specifically, ChatGPT.
That's definitely got to be a popular one for sure.
Oh yeah, we're gonna dive into it. We're gonna talk a lot about ChatGPT in this episode.
Exactly.
So first off, let's talk about let's get some vocabulary going here.
Yeah, I love vocab terms.
The GPT in ChatGPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer, and it's capable of generating human-like text and performing tasks based on written commands. So basically, in layperson language, it's a text generator. You can ask it to do things for you, give you the answers to a certain question you might have. Certain AIs are now being programmed to give their own opinions and be your friend. You know, they can show emotion now, which is kind of scary. I don't think that.
Is it? Are we sure? Is it like for like actual emotion, like, or is it just like they look at like predetermined like speech patterns to be like, okay, exclamation mark or question mark? Which one is it?
I don't know, but from what I've gathered, what I've heard, from the various people out there, that there are
from Google.
I don't think it's from Google, but
yeah, gotta watch all the AI. They're watching you. They're listening all the time.
A lot of people say
this is now a conspiracy theory podcast.
Yeah, we just turned this into a conspiracy theory podcast. But let's get back to what we know is true. So basically, people have called AI or ChatGPT Google on steroids because it can do what Google does and more. So let's talk about how it works. So there are this thing that's called large language models, or LLMs for short. You call it LLMs.
LLMs, yeah.
They're neural networks trained with enormous data sets capable of understanding and generating human-like speech. So.
Oh, I used that for a history project one time.
Are you admitting to cheating?
No, I mean I put in the text and it like was text to speech back to me.
Tonight, Mr. Harris wants us to put the notes we took today into AI and see what it says. Because Mr. Harris's notes, if you weren't in the room when he took the notes,
you're not gonna know.
You're not gonna understand them because they're all over the place on the board. There's no like.
That's what's up.
Because he annotates a doc that we did for homework, right? So everything's all over the place. He said, put that in AI and see what it can come up with. So that's the homework for tonight.
I see. That sounds fun.
That I have to do that.
So let's get
to the history as we do. Talk about the history of AI and other things related to it.
Okay.
So ChatGPT, the parent company is called OpenAI. You might have heard of it. It was founded in 2015 by a bunch of engineers and Elon Musk, everyone's favorite guy. Of course, Elon Musk was behind it. He actually stepped down in 2018. He's no longer involved with it, but he's still a significant investor. The current CEO is named Sam Altman. ChatGPT launched to the general public on November 30th of last year, 2022, which quickly went viral on social media. I remember when it first came out, I read an article about it. I was like, what in the world?
You read an article about it?
I was in Mr. Backstory on how I discovered ChatGPT. I was in Mr. Campbell's class because Mr. Campbell had us at the beginning of every class, which I really liked, was look up headlines and we'll discuss the current world events, which I appreciated because it helped me learn about things.
You got really quiet there.
Shout
out.
Really
quiet with that one.
Yeah. But I ran into an article about this new AI called ChatGPT, and I was like, what is this? I looked at it. I was like,
what in the world?
I've never seen anything like it before. Where it can like do all sorts of things. So it wasn't until later I created an account, and because my English teacher, Miss Nelson, had us create and has tested out for us and see it. Actually, we did a research paper and we had ChatGPT. We had a topic. We had ChatGPT decide what the subtopics would be, and we could change it, but to see what it would say, and it actually helped a lot. So there are some positives to using ChatGPT
You can also
in academic setting. We just gotta learn how to use it responsibly, and we'll get into that later.
definitely irresponsible.
So ChatGPT started last year in 2022, late 2022, but it actually had existed for a lot of years prior. The first version, GPT-1, was introduced in June of 2018. First iteration of the GPT, the Generative Pre-trained Transformer. But it wasn't available to the general public yet. The second version, GPT-2, released in February of 2019, still was a significant upgrade, but like its predecessor, due to a potential misuse, because they hadn't fleshed out all the details of how it would be interacting.
So they didn't have safety screening to make sure you can be like, how do I build
a bomb?
And then ChatGPT would just be like, well, first, and then get you blacklisted.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know, actually. Would that... If you asked Chat...
was...
Because I remember, last year, there were, a few... I think I knew a kid who, managed to, figure out how you could get ChatGPT to be, completely, go back to, the sort of ChatGPT 2 unrestricted questioning.
I'm sure there's, websites.
Now, whether of course, it's the internet. But whether it's, it was true information or not, that it would be, feeding back...
Yeah, that's part of it.
Yeah, it was just kind of would the screening affect you if you used it through ChatGPT, or if you just because I know if you look it up on Google, you get blacklisted, or you get on a watch list.
Yeah.
If you just look up how do I make methamphetamines, but would ChatGPT do that too? If you asked it how do I make whatever.
I have it pulled up. But I'm not going to ask it.
No, don't.
No.
Here, I shall also pull up ChatGPT.
Pull up ChatGPT on
I'm
your
going to have
device. There was a reporter who was testing. It wasn't ChatGPT. It was another AI, and it was bad. They hadn't had all the details figured out yet. There was to the point. I guess it got far in the conversation where the AI started flirting with this reporter. It was crazy.
Oh no, those are awful.
Those are awful.
No, because I remember there was a thing where I think there was people started using AI to be here, use the AI as a friend.
Yeah, don't do that.
And then it got progressively worse.
Don't ruin your mental health, because it will.
No, yeah, it's an AI. It's not
to get all wellness.
The robot's not really your friend. It's just not iRobot. Yeah, that's the name of the movie with Will Smith. Yep, it's not iRobot.
Yeah, I don't remember if I saw that or not. So GPT-3 comes along. This is in June of 2020.
Sorry, it's just
he looked up.
I wanted to see.
He asked ChatGPT, "Tell me about your history."
I just wanted to see what would happen.
What did it say?
It says pretty much what we've been saying. I'm ChatGPT, a product of OpenAI.
Generative Pre-trained Transformer.
I am based on the GPT 3.5 architecture.
So yeah, that's 3.5. That came out in 2022, November 2022. That's the one that we started using.
Oh, whoa.
You can pay for GPT-4. That's even better, and it has all sorts of cool features.
Knowledge cutoff.
That's
what that screening was. That's what would be the safety screening. It's not allowed to look into certain things.
It's not allowed to. It doesn't have external sources. So the programmers, they've been programming up until 2022. So anything that happened after January 2022, it doesn't know about. So it doesn't know anything about the war in Ukraine.
Okay. This is actually a really helpful list.
We just asked ChatGPT, what can't you tell me? And this is what it's bringing up. Real-time information.
Personal experiences and opinions, which makes sense.
Yeah, sensitive information, obviously. You're not supposed to put it into AI because they can see it.
Legal and ethical boundaries. Yeah.
It's got medical and legal advice and predicting future events.
Medical and legal makes sense because that's just... never trust the internet with medical advice.
Oh, no. Go to see your doctor.
You either go to see
your health
a doctor
insurance or something.
Or not recommended. If you don't think it's that bad, just don't go.
Just walk it off.
Honestly, that's what you got to do sometimes. And that's what happens when you stub your toe pretty much. Stop being so careless with the ottoman.
So this is what the latest iteration of GPT-4, which is a paid version. You have to pay for it.
But understandable.
Improved model alignment, the ability to follow user intention.
Oh, predictive text and stuff?
Kind of.
Interesting.
Something like that. lower likelihood of generating offensive or dangerous output. We talked about that.
Increased factual accuracy.
So it knows things better. Better steerability, the ability to change behavior according to user requests.
I can make it be mad.
That'd be funny if you could. Internet connectivity. The latest feature includes the ability to search the internet in real time. So you might be able to find current events using this type of version.
Ooh, but you know what's funny about
But
that?
you have to pay for it. So.
This version also, but the previous version, 3.5, which is open to the public and is free,
is
real-time information is not allowed. It's only data up until January 2022. And it cannot retrieve real-time information. So any events or developments that occurred after January 2022.
So see what happens if you try to ask it about an event that happened after 2022. Tell me about Israel and Palestine conflict of 2020. Don't put the year in it because that's no, that's the point.
But like that's the most broad
jump. As long as it sees the year.
No, hold on. What's
war in Ukraine?
What would No,
that started in February.
That's too using these type of topics would be too broad because there's always been at least something going on in that.
Russia-Ukraine war. We'll come back to this.
We'll come back. I will figure by the end of this. I will have figured out something.
We'll figure out something we can ask it. See what happens.
Where did this go? Here it is.
All right, so let's talk about what it can do.
Yes.
So let's just go through the different areas. Wide-ranging use. First off, customer service. Different companies are using ChatGPT to automate responses to common inquiries, so they don't have to keep answering the same question over and over.
No one likes those, though. That's the thing. No one likes those. No one likes the automated, you're asking for help and then you get a robot and it's like,
I hate that.
Please press 1 for English.
For English, press 1. For Korean, press 2.
For Spanish, press 3. And then, you hit 1, and then it's
Start speaking Chinese.
No, it just starts speaking starts telling you a list again. For item return, press. And it's like the last one in the sequence when that's what you want. It's awful.
Apple support.
Apple support's bad.
They use voice, you talk to the robot.
Voice recognition?
Yeah, it's like,
uh-oh.
What product do you need help with? And you just say, iPad.
Oh, those aren't going to, I think those have been in the works for a while.
But it's hit or miss. And it's funny because they won't tell you it's something a regular person until it says, sorry, my processors aren't working or something. It's like, wait, aren't you a real person?
Are you not real? Okay, so
yeah, that's customer service.
Education.
This
is actually a good one.
Then we'll get into the whole responsibility thing in a sec.
As Uncle Ben said,
yes.
With great power comes great responsibility, Spider-Man.
And if you scroll down in your notes, I put that there.
You did?
I did write that down.
Let's see. Is this true? Yes.
Great power comes great responsibility.
Knee slapper of a reference. Okay.
They couldn't see that.
So, education. What can it do for you educatively?
Intelligent tutoring systems. If you need help with a particular subject, it can provide personalized assistance to students.
I'm sorry, there's just someone out. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. That's fun. Well, content creation. I've actually messed with this one before. You can have things of journalism, copyright, content creation, and you can also use it to, for creative ideas, articles, or even poetry. I've used it myself for a music thing when I was doing something music speaking.
I used it to help generate the title for this podcast.
Wow. What else are you going to tell me that the rest of this podcast is ChatGPT?
No, actually, I didn't end up going with any of what it suggested. They're all similar.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Let me show you. I'll read some of the stuff it was going to name this podcast. So this podcast is Tech Talk, as you know. But this is one of
While you're doing that, I shall pull up what it wanted me to...
Oh, wait. It was one of the first one was Tech Talk, Exploring the Digital Frontier. It's always a name, colon, and then a description. Bits and bytes, unraveling the tech world. The digital dive, navigating tech trends.
It writes it on code.
Write me a 4-measure melody in the E-flat blues scale.
Mm-hmm.
And then it gives you the...
Yeah. It can do this.
Why can't it do
It won't give you standard notation because that's a whole different coding thing, but it will give you tablature. If I do if I copy it over and be E-flat blues scale tabs, it will...
Oh, look at that.
Tell me. Yeah.
Obviously, I don't play guitar, so...
Kidding. It's
we
on.
don't play violin, so.
Well, you know what, Tanner? Teach me right now how to play violin.
It's basically a guitar, but sideways.
Yeah, and without the frets, which I'm gonna do with one of my guitars soon.
Fretless.
But that's besides the point.
Superior.
Let's get back to
I know where the notes are. Let me tell me.
Actually, fretless bass goes crazy, if I'm being honest. It's such a wonderful noise. Like a
It
fretless
sounds-
electric.
Fretless electric sounds better.
Yeah.
Silicon Valley Stories. Tech Titans unveiled.
It can also help with
Tech Talk is where I got
businesses.
that from.
Yes, correct. Businesses is the correct thing.
Yeah, it can help businesses. Actually, my dad is in the process of figuring out. He has an accounting firm. He's trying to figure out how to use ChatGPT to do
Taxes.
arduous tasks.
Oh yeah, Mr. Przewski was talking about
like
that.
drafting a
few months
IRS
ago.
letter.
Dear Mr. IRS. Mr. Przewski was talking about that with us before, that a lot of companies now are using AI to take over the more
It'll draft like an email.
unneeded jobs, including like actual things people used to do, like
Taking our jobs.
these AI taking our jobs, man.
So
okay.
funny, we were talking about this. Healthcare. Don't get medical advice, but it can clinical decision support, medical record keeping, analyzing and interpreting medical literature, and disease surveillance.
So what I'm understanding is that it's only going to, don't use ChatGPT if you yourself are not a physician, doctor, surgeon, or the likes. But if you are one, use it. But just don't tell anyone that you used it, because then you won't look as smart in front of the others.
Then you might not. Then you might lose some clients.
Yeah, you might lose some street cred in the hospital world.
In the industry.
He uses ChatGPT. Have you heard the newest neurosurgeon? That rookie? He uses ChatGPT. Ugh, disgusting.
What a disgrace.
Kick him out of the hospital.
They can also use ChatGPT to generate, this is in a different entertainment industry, generate video game storylines and movie scripts, basically take our writers' jobs. No wonder they went on strike. That's actually, isn't that why they went on strike? That is why they went on strike.
There was a little bit more. I think there was a little bit more to it, but yeah.
There was, but that was one of the reasons.
Yeah.
Because AI was taking their jobs.
But
Write
now you got,
dialogue, improve gaming. That's like the whole writing movie industry
It's,
fell apart from that.
It's two things while I look up, slowly, like, write me a write me a movie script about what? What's the topic?
No.
You're not helpful. All right.
Just make up a plot.
Random animal that I think of aardvark.
The aardvark.
Okay. While this is going, it was funny. I saw a video one time where this dude read like a...
The Aardvark Adventure of Spores.
So I read it. Hold on. Shh.
What?
That was the chair.
What?
Your chair made a bit of a noise.
It did?
Yeah. But no. While I saw a video one time where this dude was reading like a Batman movie generated AI script, and it was like the Joker does the most jokiest of jokes, the Bat Butler. It was funny. It was a funny video.
Ask me to just ask it tell it to write an article about
how
something.
to make $3,000. But these are really bad scripts.
No, it's gonna be an article.
This is a
watch what it can do. This is what my dad told me, and
this is a book. This is a book. This is the
write an article about how to make $3,000. What was that?
My AirPods just fell out.
Come on,
I'll get them.
Why is this working? Oh. $3,000.
That's too many monies. That's too many dollary dues.
Unlocking financial potential. Practical strategies to make... And it's giving me, introductions. It's giving me topics like freelancing, online surveys, and market research. Now...
Pyramid schemes. Anyways.
Rewrite... Now I can tell... This is where it comes in. Give me a TV show. The Office, right?
No. Let's keep it fun. Yes, exactly.
Seinfeld.
You were reading my mind.
Rewrite this as a Seinfeld script.
Jerry.
I'm just gonna read a little bit.
Now, what's the deal with money?
Title: The $3,000 Quest in Jerry's apartment.
Jerry, I've hit rock bottom.
This is funny.
When does Kramer? Yeah.
Kramer. Yeah. Here's Kramer.
Jerry, I've got this incredible idea. Real estate crowdfunding. That's
Crowdfunding for real estate? What's next? Crowdfunding for coffee?
Yeah. You invest in a little, and you can get a piece of a building, and it's like owning a tiny, tiny fraction of New York.
So what, I own a brick?
No, you own the idea of the brick. It's the future, Jerry.
Cool.
Kramer's a fun little aspect of the Seinfelds, but So it can be used for that as well. But like
Well,
the
there you have
scripture,
it, folks. The $3,000 quest: the tale of freelancing, crowdfunding, and selling your dignity one brick at a time.
well, like it doesn't.
You fade out, So yeah, that's what it can do. You can have it rewrite for any TV show.
Is it good though? Like script. I mean, I am no connoisseur of reading, but
Well, I do like to read, and
well, yeah. So like you probably would have more,
nerd.
but I know like script wise, if that were to be like playing out, that wouldn't be the most interesting thing to watch on Seinfeld.
no,
No,
but it's just cool that it can do this.
it is. It is really
And it
cool.
gives you like new ideas. Like if you've seen every single Seinfeld episode ever and you're bored and you want
Give
new
me
content.
a brand new Seinfeld episode with featurings from Jack Nicholson, Tom Cruise, and Celine Dion, where they all go on the Titanic, but in the future, like that.
We
Would it
can
give
do
it-
that. Type that in.
I don't want to.
Yeah, we'll do that later.
I will do this in my free time.
All right, so let's talk about
This is
So
outrageous.
that's a cool demonstration of what we've done, and we can test this out.
Music, and I think good
All right,
coverage.
and now a momentary pause for another thing that it works with it.
Yes, as
Grammarly.
we slide off of the.
This is
ChatGPT
not a sponsored
train.
message, by the way. We're just speculating.
Well, I mean,
Grammarly is AI, right?
well, no, this isn't speculation. I mean, this
not
is
fake.
like
You're right. I said
hard, cold
facts.
Okay, it's not speculation. Grammarly, I think if you have Grammarly, it sort of works like an AI already, where it reads through your, text you're writing and then fixes your grammar mistakes. However, in addition, I'm not actually fully sure how recently this was added in because I am new to Grammarly myself.
I don't use Grammarly.
Because
I just
recommendation
use, like,
from Miss Abdo because I have really bad writing.
Mm-hmm.
Grammar-wise, not my fault. It will actually give you prompts.
Not everybody's writing.
You can use it. You can use it for like asking for ideas and prompts. It's called Grammarly Go. You can improve on an already written thing, counter arguments, cuts. You can get it to change the toning so you can have it in the voice so you can be casual, neutral, or formal. You can change the tones to be like, a little witty, a little and you can also change it to different languages. So far, though, they only have Australian, British, Canadian, and Indian English, which I'm not exactly sure what the difference between a few of these, at least three are compared to American English outside of like some spelling and choice words.
Oi, get over here, mate.
That's not. No, that was bad.
That was really bad.
But you can get it to do a lot for you. Like, I prefer using Grammarly for
good
like
accents.
writing things out than I do ChatGPT. Because this will give me like good ideas. This will give me an outline, gaps. This will help me so much more. Well, ChatGPT is like, so anyways, the meaning of Christmas, and then it will give you like 5 pages.
5 pages.
Not even. It's really inconsistent.
It
It's
is.
either like a paragraph to
You
like
can
5
tell it
pages.
to make it like 3 sentences.
I know.
Write a haiku about
Write a haiku on
how to.
Austria. Something like that, and it'll do it probably. I don't know how good the haiku is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Can the AI count syllables?
Let's find out.
Right? That's not the right. Okay, here it is. Write a haiku on
Austria.
Amsterdam.
Amsterdam.
Excuse me.
It probably knows.
I'm still.
Yeah.
Canals intertwine. Count these for me, because I'm reading.
Mm-hmm.
Canals intertwine. Tulips bloom by ancient bridges. Amsterdam whispers. This is awful.
That is
this
right.
is poor free form. I don't like it.
That's what haiku is.
No, haiku. I prefer when my haikus have a little bit of rhyming.
That's
going
not what
on.
original haiku is.
Well, would you know what an original haiku is,
That's
Tanner?
what that is.
Did you invent the haiku?
No, I'm not Japanese.
How you invented implicit derivation, differentiations in mathematics? That was actually done by a German guy.
I counted with my fingers.
Probably.
That's more than I can normally do.
I can't go past 10.
I can't
man.
do my
I'm
calculation.
maxed out at 10. So
I don't have any more appendages.
So how do
now,
we responsibly use this?
Let's say that quote together. With great,
Great
power
power
comes great responsibility. Yay.
Bring me pictures
So-
of Spider-Man.
How do we responsibly use AI? Let's not have it take all our jobs away from us.
No, where's the fun in that? Okay, no.
It's like self-driving cars.
AI
don't
don't
want a
come for
self-driving
us.
car. So let's talk about first schools, because obviously a lot of
Yes, this is a thing that's used in
children
schools. I think I've overheard quite a few
paste or
teachers.
just putting in ChatGPT or write an essay for me and it'll do it.
I cannot say that I am.
I have not done that.
I have used inspiration mainly because
and you can do
I
that.
needed to
If you need
figure
ideas,
out what
that's
to
what
write
it's
out. Yeah,
for.
that's what it's for. Not
Don't
just straight-
do your whole essay.
Yeah, I think I feel like I've probably. I mean, it's totally possible that teachers here have probably like called out students on the ChatGPT usage.
Oh yeah, they definitely
And then
have.
been like,
we've gotten most of our teachers have given lectures about using.
didn't we
ChatGPT.
get like a whole? That's a new thing in the syllabuses too for like classes. There's an add-on for ChatGPT. If you can use ChatGPT, but if you use it, you have to cite it.
Again, Mr. Harris, like, see what it does. Like, we've been testing things out. So there's good side to AI. We just have to learn to use it responsibly.
I feel like that's what a lot of things break down to.
What's your favorite color?
It's a machine learning model created by. I don't have a personal preference, so I don't. However, okay.
What's okay?
You can't have an opinion. It's ChatGPT 3.5.
Have you thought of an example?
Of what?
Something that happened after 2021.
Oh, shoot, yeah, right. Okay, you keep talking. I'll get there.
All right. So you can use like again, Mr. Harris, was talking about copy and paste or notes into AI, see what it says.
Right.
So and you can use again. I found this podcast name through it. I was researching, names for articles that are up on the MSJ News website that. The titles for those articles, to create a catching title, like you use ChatGPT for.
Interesting.
So you can do it. Did you find something?
I mean, no, it's kind of difficult because, like, if you depending.
Just ask me about the Russia-Ukraine war. Tell me about the Russia-Ukraine war. Yeah, Russia.
Well, this probably
invading Ukraine.
My last knowledge since update and the ongoing tensions of particularly so it will tell you as of my last knowledge. As of your last email, 2021 there were ongoing tensions. Crimea. Okay.
Guess what? There's a war.
If there have been any recent developments, I recommend checking the latest news for reliable sources for the most up-to-date, accurate information.
Ask it what the most reliable news source is.
The Onion, clearly.
Yes, of course. You cannot type. You just don't correct your mistakes.
I don't care enough. The AI knows what I'm talking
the most reliable. BBC, Reuters, the Associated Press, the New York Times, Guardian, Al Jazeera, NPR, Wall Street Journal. Those are actually. These are pretty. I agree with that.
I don't know how much about the New York Times. I don't know what the reputation.
You have to pay to read everything.
Well, I mean, like the only thing I know from BBC is Animal Planet stuff.
British brainwashing.
Here we have the endangered aardvark digging for its food. I want Sir David Attenborough to do a narration of a really stupid mockumentary about I don't know anything, because Morgan Freeman's already doing stuff and that's wonderful. But continuing back to where we were on
how do we responsibly use AI in the workforce? Don't let it do your job for you.
Well, I mean, work smarter, not harder. I am in no way condoning this while you're learning things, but I do feel like depending on the job, and if you're able to, why not use it? Why not? If you're able to, and it's not going to be and you're not giving the AI sole responsibility of I don't know, nuclear secrets or something.
Because it'll blab.
You just need it to be I don't know, you just have to make it help you figure out how to properly sort files for someone else, or that's if your job is to sort a file. Or draft
an IRS letter.
Exactly. Or write to the IRS about, tax related activities that you have been doing. But not evasion. No, not at all. Not evasion at all. Don't evade taxes. The IRS will get you like Batman gets the villains, the normal criminals in Gotham.
Normal criminals.
Brutally beating you up to near death and then being like, I don't kill people. I'm Batman. And then swinging away.
So yeah, that's
the use of the workforce. That is ChatGPT. That is
ChatGPT
AI.
That is AI. So that, and we've only scratched the surface.
Yeah, I've looked through this and I was like, there's a lack of AI robots that people are making.
I did not.
You didn't research into the robots?
Do you have anything about that?
Don't trust the robots. I think it's cool, but at the same time, I think a bunch of people have said especially honestly smart people or scientists, people looking at it it's a good idea, but it's probably not going to end up the way we want it to. Yeah. And, that's also because, fears that have been put in because robots and taking over the world and Terminator type activity. There's a lot of actual like AI taking over the world, AI revolution thing, and a lot of it stems from either we treat the AI bad or they become evil because they're like, you guys are the problem. Like HAL in 2001 Space Odyssey. Or there's probably some other stuff, but the HAL's just like the quickest one I know in my head. And there's a video game, Detroit Become Humans, literally all about that. People had a bunch of androids as like their pretty much menial jobs and like housekeepers and stuff, and they were treated awful because robots
are.
Listen, what if
robots think they think they're better than us?
I think what we should do is that instead of focusing on AI robots, we focus on like Gundam style mech robots.
We
like,
created the robots. They should not be. They should thank us.
I'm trying to see Frankenstein. Well, hold on, because that's a whole Frankenstein's monster, Frankenstein
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
We make it's a little too good, and we're like, oh no! And then we run away because they actually never say it's alive in the book.
Okay? I know they don't.
Yeah, Mr. Phelps probably showed you that.
Not yet. We will.
Oh yeah, you haven't read it yet. That's like a spring book.
That's a spring book.
When you're talking about something about the United States and how the writing goes from romantical about nature and how we all need to be one with nature. Real colonial, pre-revolution. Well, no, it's not pre-revolution. Real hippie talk.
Be like
from ye old ancient times.
Yes.
But I mean, they might be onto something.
Yes.
So let's build Gundams instead of AIs. If that's better cool, I would rather watch Real Steel in real life or Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla in real life than, I don't know,
ChatGPT.
HAL or WALL-E. But WALL-E's also just a robot. Yeah.
Well, WALL-E's like when the it's
when
like don't throw trash on the ground or else it'll turn into this.
Nah, because they already have like a bunch of other countries have already like really intense recycling and like trash protocols. So you can't just like throw up a glass bottle or like mix things up.
Like the trash was too much, so they got into space and the robots did everything.
What if we throw things into the sun?
And they got lazy and they got fat.
Right, I forgot. Throwing things into the sun is really expensive. Yeah.
Yeah, because the sun costs money to use.
Well, no, it's just because it costs money to get to the sun. It's like a really long road trip.
Just throw it farther.
Yes, you know what? You're right, Tanner. Let's throw the trash farther.
We just got weaker arms.
The speed of light isn't the fastest you can go. You just have to push the accelerator a little faster.
It takes 8 minutes if you go to the speed of light to go from here to the sun.
Yeah, because we have technology. Well, we do. Yeah, we have CERN. Just launch trash in CERN. See what happens.
Just catapult.
In CERN, they already launch fruits at walls sometimes for funds. Like when someone's retiring for a party, they just launch fruits at a wall.
They're launching trash at the sun.
I don't know about the whole like CERN firing things into a wall, but I mean it makes sense. I personally would use CERN for that very reason. Particle accelerators, watermelon launchers. That's what I'm talking about right there. Aerodynamic.
It's only a small step up to launching things into the sun.
Exactly. All you have to do is just angle it right. Like I feel like Dr. Murdoch could probably figure out the angles. I think some math teachers could figure it out.
They all banded together.
Exactly. If they
put their minds to it.
If they all worked as a team, like bees working for a hive mind. Well, it's not they work for the queen. That's the hive mind. So who would be the ones behind the math teacher coalition of launching things into the sun?
Mr. Turner. We did a whole project about that
exact
topic.
We did. I launched a bird out of a cannon.
And I threw a basketball.
I launched a chicken. I had to switch it halfway through.
It was a kiwi bird at first.
Yeah, but then you also wanted me to like talk about how would I help it survive?
You don't know how kiwi birds work?
I know how they work. They just would not survive impact. So I grabbed a chicken. It will glide. Chicken glide. Like that.
Yeah, but then the angle won't be as exact. It's not like going...
Well, I mean...
It's just going like...
The end angle. But like then you can just be like, well, a chicken.
Anyway.
Ow. Okay.
All right.
AI.
It's something.
It's gonna get better, gonna get worse. It's like a pimple on your backs, probably. I don't know.
Yes, that is actually... I don't know if they get worse before they get better, but...
A warning, AI. It either is the solution or the end. Don't trust any robots, by the way.
We could be headed toward the greatest civilization ever, or we could be on our way to...
We're long overdue for extinction. Most extinction events that happen on Earth happen like a few million years apart. It's been like almost a billion, I think.
Well, maybe it's not us that are expiring.
Well, usually it's, the animals that have been dominating the world at the time, the planet at the time.
Or
are
maybe
the
maybe
ones
it's
that
the
go
sharks.
extinct.
They're dominating the ocean.
Yeah, but we're the land mammals, and we are the bigger ones. Not like size-wise,
Yeah, but
population-wise.
we have brains.
Besides,
and we can think.
because of Jaws, like, every second there's, like, 10,000, in a whole, like, every second there's at least, like, 1,000-something sharks killed, and then a shark only kills, like, 5 people a year. Sharks,
A particular shark.
Yeah, it's one shark. His name is
No.
Tuna Fin.
Every shark has an agenda of killing 5 people.
They have a list that they're given when they're born after eating their siblings in
Every
the womb.
year, he says you have to kill 5 people.
It's like
to be
Christmas, but for
considered
sharks.
To be a part of the shark community.
Give back to your fellow shark people.
Yes, but we have a brain and we can think.
Yes, and AI is slowly developing a fake brain to think.
But we can be smarter than AI
Yeah.
by making it dumber.
Yeah, as long as no one decides, let's make a self-programming AI, then we should be fine.
If someone decides to be that stupid and make a self-programming AI,
We
that will
should
take over the world.
sacrifice him to the AI, and yeah,
Yeah.
because it's not going to end well if AI can write its own code and then be like, please solve X problem. World violence. And it'd be like, yo, it's all caused by you guys. What if? Hear me out. You guys just are gone. Natural order, balance, feng shui, done. Robot wouldn't say feng shui probably.
No, the robot would definitely say that.
Yes. All robots are secretly...
French.
That's not French.
It sounded like French.
I do believe it's Chinese. It's a...
Oh, that was way off.
Oh my god. It's from an Asian dialect, I think. Most likely, yeah. But it's definitely not French.
Okay.
There's too many syllables being pronounced that are supposed to be there for it to be French.
That's true. French is like one syllable and it's like...
Yes, it's Italian and Spanish mixed together. AI can't probably do that very well. Italian and Spanish mixed together. Okay, well, muchas gracias for being here.
Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, like this video, share it.
Share it with your friends.
Share it with your friends.
Share it with them with the ominous warning. The AI are real! They're coming to get us!
Yes. Only us two can save you by giving you important information.
Yep. We are your only source of news. We are Big Brother.
So yeah.
George Orwell has nothing on us.
So yeah, my name is Tanner.
My name is Javier.
We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.